This darn thing getting on my nerves. Okay. Hey, 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 hey. All right. We got Manchester, Connecticut. We got Jacksonville, Florida, guys. Thank you so much for being here. All right. Y'all love reggae, the 90s reggae like me. Throw some fire in the chat, y'all. Come on, y'all. Let's get them juices flowing. Let's get a little pump. Greenfield, North Carolina's in the house. All right. We about to get started. All right, y'all. We got Huntsville, Alabama. Thank you so much for being on. If you did share this link, thank you so much. I'm about to introduce myself in a hot second, y'all. Some of y'all know me, some of y'all don't. But guess what?
Hey, DJ, how you stop that song in the middle?
Okay, I'm sorry. Listen, he the man with the plan. We're gonna let Shaka Demus. All right, we're gonna let Shaka Demus finish playing because he said so. Let's go.
Here we go.
No stopping it. Okay, my bad.
There we go.
Let's see if I get this up.
I ever tell you about Nancy, you woulda say I don't know what I know, but murder she wrote.
Thank you so much for being here, y'all. Alabama, North Carolina, we got Florida, we got South Carolina, we got Texas, we got Connecticut, we got Kentucky, we got Ohio, and I like them from Hammer, okay? Just to let y'all know. Hammer's still the man. I don't care what nobody say. Rock with me for a second. Get your juices flowing. I want to get your body going, get your blood going. I hope y'all had a drink of water, and I hope y'all got a pen and paper to write some notes because y'all about to catch this fire for the night. I got mine right here, okay? All right. Shaka Dean, come on down, y'all. And if y'all want, y'all don't have to show y'all camera, but I will say this. I do like an interactive webinar, okay? So I'm going to ask y'all to throw things in the chat, some fire, some numbers, all that good stuff, all right? You know dances back in the day, y'all? I remember it. Yeah. See? Not you. Too young for that? I'm still doing it, as you can see. Listen, y'all, for those of y'all who never been on one of our webinars, especially me and Carnell, when it's the Tyrant and the Carnell show, we do have a little fun. Because y'all need to know y'all part of y'all when y'all come aboard, y'all coming a part of a family. Y'all not just joining a business. Y'all just not joining an establishment. Okay, y'all not here just to make money. Okay, you ain't here just to get your credit right. Nah, you coming onto a family. Okay, that's right, Kawa. Kawa know what's up. Kawa, we've been rocking a long time, last couple of years, right? All right. Now, Shaka Demus is finally done. Okay, Mr. Newsom. Okay. All right, so let me introduce myself to y'all. And I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to share my screen. I think, here we go. All right, hold on, y'all. Real quick. Because this thing sometimes, let's see how nice you want to be with me today. Hold on. Not this screen. No, let me stop sharing this one. That's not the one I want. Okay. That's not the one I want. Because the one I want, nope, not that one either. Give me a second, y'all. Y'all know. And I thought I was pretty.
While she get ready, if you guys just getting up here, just go ahead.
There we go.
announce the city and state you guys are zooming in from.
Right here.
If you guys haven't done so already, go ahead.
All right. Anybody that's coming in here, y'all should be able to see my screen. Can y'all see my screen?
Good.
All right. Let me go ahead and introduce myself. I go by Tyra Jacqueline, aka the Credit-Lator. Yes. And if anybody want to know where I come up with Credit-Lator, we can talk after the webinar. But if you grew up in the 90s and the 80s, you know where I got that from. Okay. But if we need to talk about it, we can. All right. So I am a credit restoration consultant. I'll give y'all a little bit of my background. When I lived in Florida, I was a realtor. I also was an insurance agent. I came from social services with drug and alcohol, children, oppositional children. I worked with kids all the way from the age of 2 to the age of 19. I worked with adults all the way up to the age of 70. They were also adjudicated adults, okay? And for a decade, I worked for y'all favorite 3 letters of the alphabet. Come April 15th, y'all gonna get that now or y'all gonna get that later, right? Okay, y'all know who I'm talking about though. All right, but I'm here to introduce y'all to this wonderful information. And I'm gonna tell y'all how I got here. So do me a favor, throw a 1 in the chat if you have been married, if you've been in a relationship, if you've been in a situationship that maybe went on a little too long and you did a little bit too much with it, right? Or you've been in an entanglement. Y'all know what I'm talking about, okay? So, yeah, I was married once upon a time. And what my husband and I did, we did some extracurricular financial activities. And that's how I'm going to leave it just like that. Some extracurricular financial activities together. But the agreement we made was that I was going to put these things in my name alone, my name only, under my name and my social, keep his stuff clear so he can do what he needed to do business-wise, right? Like a good little wife that I was, right? So, unfortunately, when that relationship was dissolved, as we all know, no matter what you doing, bills going to keep coming, right? We all know that, right? Yeah, everybody here, y'all know what I'm talking about, right? So no matter what, the bills going to keep coming. So, and also my household went from a 1-income household, from a 2-income household to a 1-income household. So with that being said, I am also a parent. So I had to make the decision. What was I going to do? Pay for the extra stuff, or was I going to keep the lights on? Pay for the extra stuff, or keep food together, like in the fridge, right? Okay, so of course, as a responsible adult and a responsible parent, what did I decide to do? I decided that I was going to keep paying my bills and keep feeding my household and everything. And of course, like I said, those bills keep coming, and they didn't get paid. So what happened? Eventually, we start to see things on our credit report. I started seeing like late payments and then collections and then the charge-offs, right? So one day I was scrolling on social media, much like many of you here on social media, you saw a post that said, hey, well, we can get some negative items off your credit report. And I said, hey, well, I got some things on my credit report that I want to get off. Let me see what they're talking about. So I went to a meeting, a Zoom webinar. I was very new to Zoom, didn't know anything about Zoom. Just like you see here, and I saw this information, I signed up. Why? Because it was a no-brainer, right? So let me introduce y'all against United Credit Education Services. We are actually a debt-free company. Keyword is education. We've been around for 18 years. We have product design and services designed to help families across across the entire nation. Because we do service the entire nation and the U.S. territories. We are completely debt-free, meaning we don't owe anybody. The company doesn't owe anybody. No bankruptcy has been filed. None of those things. So, and we also want to teach you how to be debt-free. So how can we teach you how to be debt-free if we're not debt-free? And we also have a dedicated and consistent management team. But let me just give y'all a little bit of information that's going to help you out a big deal. Did y'all know that there is a calculation breakdown when it comes to your credit? Yes, it is. So the biggest chunk of your credit is the payment history, 35%. And what's important is the last 2 years is the most important. So pay your bills on time, guys. If you need to do some automatic payments, like put your stuff on auto pay from the bank, from your banks, do that, okay? The second biggest chunk is credit utilization, which takes up 30%, guys. And people misconstrue what this actual 30% actually means. Many people think that means I should keep all my credit cards at 30%. That is actually incorrect. What it really means is that the sum of the balances of all your credit cards compared to the sum of the limits of all your credit cards should only be 30%. Let me get that to you in simple numbers. So let's say you have 2 credit cards, $500 a piece, right? So 5 and 5 is $1,000, correct? Yes. So that means each one of those cards, the balances should be no more that you're carrying each month, $150, right? Because 150 and 150, that's 300, which would make 30% of 1,000. So that's what the 30% actually mean. Because think about it. If both of your cards are actually at 30%, now all together, your credit utilization is actually 60%, which is actually going to cause your credit score to drop. Okay. So now we have 15%, which is length of credit history. Guys, old credit is good credit. Keep your credit open as long as you can. When it comes to your credit cards, don't cut them up. Don't stop using them. That's a big no-no. Don't put them under your mattress. Do not call the company and say, I don't want this account anymore. Cut it off. Nope, because you now are missing out on 15%. And 15%, that's a big percentage of your credit score. Guys, I don't care what you've been taught. I don't care what they told you back in the day. Credit cards are not the devil. They are actually very, very good. When you treat your credit properly, it will treat you even better, guys. So once again, keep your old accounts. 10% of that is new credit inquiries. Anytime you apply for something and they're going to do what's called a hard pull or a hard inquiry or a hard hit, you might hear any of these terms. That means it's going to show up on your credit report as an inquiry. Now, a couple of inquiries a year is okay. Rule of thumb, keep them under 5. What you don't want to look is desperate, okay? You don't want to go to any creditors and now you got 20 hits on your credit because you was applying for credit cards and applying for a card that you know you didn't qualify for. Yes, I done seen upwards of 60 and 70 inquiries because someone was applying for a card. And did you know that if your credit scores are low and or your credit report is not the best, for each lender that they are trying to finance your car with, they're going to run your credit each time, every time. And every time a hard inquiry gets on your credit report, that can knock your credit score down anywhere from 2 to 4 points, guys. Don't do it. It's not worth it. The last 10% is types of credit, and that is the installment loans versus revolving. Installment loan, guys, are types of loans that you have a fixed payment on. These are your car notes, your mortgages, personal loans, even your student loans. Those are called installment loans. The second type is revolving, which are our credit cards. Why? Because you're going to use it, pay it down, use it, pay it down. It's pretty much like a revolving door, right? It's a revolving cycle. That's why we call those revolving accounts. Guys, you need to have a healthy mix. So to build credit, the best way is to have a mixture of both revolving and installment accounts. So do me a favor. If y'all just learned something, show me some love in the chat. Throw a 2 in the chat. Throw a 2 in the chat. Throw a 2 in the chat. Tell me that you just learned something just now. So let me tell y'all some more facts, y'all. And this is commonplace. And let me tell y'all, I was a victim of ID theft. 1.4 million ID theft claims were made in 2020. Guys, we in 2022. 2023 is around the corner. Who knows? Because every 3 seconds, somebody gets their identity stolen. And guess what? I was a victim of identity theft before. And guess what? It was no fun. I'm from Philadelphia, as y'all know. But I lived in Miami, Florida at the time. And I was being irresponsible, y'all. I was in my 20s. Wasn't really caring too much about my credit. And that is a big mistake, guys. We have to care about our credit. And what's the number one way for us to care about our credit is to actually monitor our credit. Watch your credit. Just like we watch our kids. We watch what time that show is coming on. All that good stuff. Monitor your credit. So I wasn't doing that, guys. Learn from me. I started getting collection letters in the mail for accounts I knew nothing about because I was living in Florida, and multiple accounts was being opened up in my name in Philly, my hometown. So I got on the line with these people, the actual companies, and I said, hey, these are not my accounts. And I got laughed at because I'm sure they hear that every day, that people say, these aren't your accounts, whatever. But they told me what I needed to do to actually get it off. And I had to jump through a whole lot of hoops. I had to file police reports. I had to file one in Florida because that's where I actually lived at the time. And I had to come to Philly. I had to fly to Philly, y'all, file reports there because that's where the fraud happened. I had to file complaints. So I spent a lot of time and a lot of money clearing my name. And actually, my name didn't get completely cleared. This happened in about 2012. No, excuse me, 2010. And my name wasn't completely cleared until 2014 because when I went to buy my house, I found some other stuff that had to get cleared. So guys, it is not worth it. Identity theft can stop you in your tracks. Okay, so monitor your credit, guys. Be responsible. $14.6 trillion a debt in the American household. 64% of Americans have less than $10,000 in their retirement account. Guys, these are the people that we see in Walmart and in the grocery stores. The older people, they sweeping the floors or they bagging groceries. Why? Because they cannot retire 100% because they don't have enough money to do so, guys. Don't let that be you. All right. And then we got 60% of Americans, they lack wills or estate planning. I'm going to come back to that. And in the last 10 years, student loan debt had jumped 150%. Guys, we are sitting at 1.3 trillion in student loan debt. And unfortunately, I am one of them because I got 2 degrees that I'm not doing anything with. So 1 in 4 Americans has less than a 650 credit score. Guys, so this picture that I'm painting for y'all right now, I'm about to give y'all 2 real good visuals, okay? This is bad credit versus good credit when purchasing a home. So 2 people are purchasing the exact $240,000 house. The person with the bad credit score of 560, then we have a person with good credit score of 740. Do y'all see how the person with the bad credit is paying more than 2 times than the person with the good credit? Can y'all see how the person with the bad credit interest rate is more than 3 times than the person with the good credit? Can y'all see how the person with the bad credit is paying 2.5 more times than the person with the good credit? Y'all can see that because we can all do math on this call. So y'all can see it. Let me give y'all one more illustration. Same car, $20,000, 5-year car payment. Do y'all see how the person with the bad credit is paying 4 times the interest rate than the person with the good credit? The monthly payment difference is $212. The total interest is almost $13,000. The person with the bad credit is paying $13,000 more because their credit is so jacked up than the person with the good credit. As y'all see, that's another bill. That $220, that could be another bill or 2. That's food for the week, guys. If y'all don't understand the illustration that I am painting to you, bad credit is expensive. And what you need to understand is once you have bad credit and you decide to do nothing about it, and people walk around with bad credit for 10 and 20 and 30 years, you are in a perpetual bad credit cycle. Do not do that to yourself. Guess what? That stops tonight because you here on this call, right? That's all I want to hear. And do y'all see how bad credit can ruin your family's future? The people with the bad credit are paying $56,000 more than people with the good credit, guys. Look at those comparisons. Do y'all understand? And where do these companies get us at? If y'all don't understand, bad credit equals high interest rates. And that's how they get us. That's how they make their money. And I'm going to say it again. Bad credit is expensive. Good credit is cheap. All right. So let me introduce y'all. Into this number 1 proven protection plan. Okay, see, these are the services that we use daily. Okay, these are the services that I use. What I didn't get to tell y'all is the fact that I started using these services when I came into this business. Okay, and I started to see some of that bad stuff come off my credit report. And then a few more months later, more of those collections and late payments came off my credit report. And my biggest win to date, I had an $11,000 collection account come off my credit report. And if y'all didn't hear me, that is 11 with 3 zeros, 11,000. Okay, my biggest win to date. Guys, do me a favor, throw some fire in the chat for that. Okay, $11,000 came off my credit report. Okay, so let me introduce y'all to this number 1 proven protection plan, and it's called a protection plan. I don't see the fireballs. Where are the fireballs? I need y'all to throw those in the chat. Okay, and it's called a protection plan because these services and these tools are put together to actually protect, build, not just your credit, but your finances as well. And why is that important? Because how can you get your credit straight and keep it straight if your finances aren't straight? That's why people get in trouble with their credit in the first place. So if I got somebody on the line here who's looking to become a homeowner, I know somebody on this line, they want to become a homeowner. I may have a real estate agent. I may have a mortgage broker on this call right now. So what's on here that's important to you besides the credit restoration? Because I'm going to get back to that. Number one, budgeting. You have to budget your money each month, okay? Also, we have a savings goal to help you save your money. If you are looking to become a homeowner, you need to save your money. Why? Number one, you got to put down a down payment. It's called an earnest money deposit, okay? If you're looking to purchase a house. And then about 30 to 60 days later, you're looking to go to the closing table. And guess what? You have to have to the penny what they say what is it going to cost for you to close on that home? So guess what? You're going to have to save your money, okay? And by saving, what's going to help you save is budgeting your money, okay? And then another thing you may have to do is pay down debt, because it's this thing that's called debt to income ratio that your mortgage broker is going to tell you about. See, some people got so much debt that they can't purchase the house that they want. So it's this thing called debt to income ratio. You want your debt to be as low as you can. Guys, we have a tool that's going to help you do that. And by the way, all of these tools and systems here are accessible through your personal customer portal that is accessible by you 24/7. So our flagship product is the credit restoration / credit repair program, where our credit attorneys will actually do the legal dispute process for you to actually challenge the credit bureaus to get these negative items off your credit report so you can handle your business and have lower interest rates and higher credit scores. We have a credit builder, which is a financial library of documentation to help you along with the dispute process. The credit attorneys, they are there not to just write your dispute letters, but they are also help us with legal battles in the event that they need to challenge certain creditors because they're doing things illegally. We have a credit monitoring system, guys. We also have services through Rocket Lawyer, guys, but they also provide legal documentations. So if you looking to, I don't know, get divorce paperwork, write up rental agreements, state the name. It's a whole library of documentation that you have access to through Rocket Lawyer, and I'm gonna come back to that. We have a financial lockbox, which is a virtual safe deposit box. If y'all know about safe deposit box, you can put important documentations at a bank where you have a key and someone at the bank has a key. But guess what? We actually have a virtual one. And the reason why that's important is because if your house catch on fire at 3 o'clock in the morning, are you going to be thinking, let me go get these birth certificates? No, you're going to be trying to get your babies out of the house, correct? Am I correct? All right, you're going to get your babies out the house, right? Yes. So do me a favor, upload these documents into this financial lockbox. And then we have identity theft monitoring through Allstate. You know, you are in good hands. We have a net worth calculator. Believe it or not, you have a net worth. Everybody has a net worth. Stop Googling these celebrities and worried about what they worth. How about you need to worry about what you are worth? And guess what? If you are using these tools properly, your net worth should be increasing every month. And then we have a will and trust and a durable financial and medical power of attorney. Why is that important? Did you know in many states, if you have children out of wedlock, that custody don't belong to you, it belongs to your state. So if something happens to you and or the child's father, you don't want the government coming and taking your kids, okay? Anything that you feel is an assets that is precious to you and heirloom to you needs to be protected in the will. And guess what? You need the trust too, because the trust actually protects the will. The will by itself is not enough because it is what's called contestable. If you have a trust to protect the will, you're going to save your family from probate court, which is very expensive. Okay. And then also we have the healthcare and the medical power and the financial power of attorney. Because once again, if you can't make decisions for yourself, the government and the hospital will, and you won't like those decisions. And then we got the YFL Family Mint Program, which I'm going to come back today. So you're probably saying, oh, Tyra, this stuff is expensive, ain't it? Ain't this stuff expensive? No, it's not. It's less than $3 a day, period. So it's a one-time fee of $179 and then $89 a month after that. So coming back to the YFL Family Mint, guys, it is our financial literacy program, our nationwide financial literacy program. It's actually threefold, guys. The company has donated over $2 million to this cause for high school seniors and college freshmen to help them pay tuition for college, guys. Also, there's a program where the company, you can have financial literacy come to your school, and if you're actually interested in this, the person that got you to this webinar can help make that happen for you in that school, okay? Where we are actually educating the babies on financial literacy. Because think about it. How much further would you be in your life had you had financial literacy in elementary school? Had you had financial literacy in middle school? Had you had financial literacy in high school? How much further would we all be? Let's think about that, guys. So, here, once again, coming back to identity theft protection through Allstate, as I stated, and then with Rocket Lawyer. I actually had Rocket Lawyer before I came onto this program. $40 a month. Yes, it does cost $40 a month. Another good thing about Rocket Lawyer is you can get a free consultation with an attorney. And if you do need to retain an attorney for any reason, you'll get a discounted fee because you are members with us. But y'all like free? Who here likes free? Do me a favor, drop free in the chat. I want to see the letters FREE in the chat if you like the word free, because you can actually get our services for free after you come on board. So you're probably wondering, how can I get this? How can I get this stuff for free? Oh my goodness. Oh my God, I can get all this stuff for free. Yes, you can. Let me tell you how. So once you come aboard, you're going to share this information with your neighbors, your coworkers, your aunties, your uncles, your friends down the street, your friends down south, your family over in California. And you're going to refer them to the person that got you to this webinar tonight. And guess what? We got something called the power of 5. If 5 people actually get on the services that you refer back to your agent, the person that got you on the webinar tonight, your next month's service fee is waived. Do me a favor, throw some fireballs in the chat, throw me some money bags, throw me something in the chat for that, because I love free. If it's free, it's for me. Free 99 all day, all night, guys. And this is what a lot of people are saying about these services. I love the identity theft monitoring. I love the will and trust because it's affordable. I don't know if y'all know, but wills and trust, the wills aren't that expensive, but trusts are, okay? The value you get from these services is something else. It's not like anything else. I love this product. It helped me get out of debt. I love the credit monitoring. Like I said, I should have done it when I was younger, but I didn't. But I know, hard-headed, right? But now my head is soft. Okay, and with the education on credit cards, I qualify and continue to build my credit, guys. What's next? So I like to say right here, y'all see this picture right here, this little happy couple right here. Why are they smiling? Why are they happy? Because they got on our services, they used these services, and they bought their dream house and their beautiful cars. But you can't do that. You can't walk. You see that house down there? Y'all think they got that house with bad credit? You see that car, that Audi right there? You think you got that with bad credit? They actually got another really nice car as well. Do you think they did that with bad credit? No. But what's the biggest step you got to take is just to get started, guys. When the credit is a journey, but you got to start somewhere, okay? And do me a favor, guys. I want y'all to not go anywhere. Keep your seatbelt on, because that actually, I know y'all love me, okay? I know y'all love me. I love y'all too. But this is actually the end of my part of the presentation. I'm about to bring on one of my mentors. He is definitely, I call him Big Bro, of course. He is a servant leader. He's always there to help us when we need it. And when you come on board, you will see why, okay? He comes from the mortgage industry. He is a father. And he just, when I tell y'all he slayed his business, he slayed his business. And he could teach you to do the same thing. So I am speaking to no other than the MC Hammer hater, Mr. Carnell Newsom. Mr. Newsom, are you there?
What's up, T? What's up, T? What's happening? What's happening, everybody? Do me a favor, light it up in the chat real quick. throw some love, give a bunch of fire emojis, light it up in the chat, light it up, show her some love. You know, she really like went all in, right? And now she's gonna give me the hard part. Shame on her, right? Shame on her for doing that. But anyways, guys, let me go ahead and do my part of the presentation. So we're not strangers. My name is Carnell Newsom from Connecticut. My background is mortgages. I was in the mortgage industry for many, many years. I was one of those guys. I was smiling and dialing in the cubicle, dressed up every day, with nowhere to go. You know, and I found myself, you know, when I was in my journey of doing mortgages, I came across a lot of people that just didn't qualify for a home loan because they were not taught about credit. You know, they knew nothing about finances. You know, when it comes to money, you know, money doesn't come with instructions. You know, so in credit is one of those subjects never taught to us in elementary school, junior high school, college, grad school, nowhere. So over time, a lot of people end up getting a little bit of education about credit and financial literacy through the school of hard knocks, and that can be painful. So a real estate friend of mine, he used to be like a team leader broker, they call it, at a company called Keller Williams many, many years ago, you know, told me about this company. And it was like the third time I heard of them, but what caught my undivided attention with the company
Y'all
was
got questions,
education.
let me know.
I said, man,
You
that
can
right
always
there
ask me
is
questions.
what's
Y'all know
missing.
that.
Because here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen, if I or someone fix your credit and we don't educate you on how credit works, there's a great chance that over time, you're going to end up back in that same situation. What we're going to do with our company is, as Ms. Jacqueline just covered, we're going to educate you. We're going to give you the tools, the wisdom, the knowledge, everything you need to know to have excellent credit. And then once you get that knowledge, you never have to worry about having bad credit again. And then the